Lelo bwacha bakamba mukyalo kyesu kya Zambia ekyaweka enjoy. Abantu bafa bakamba kule kumunfumbwe. More than 20 people balebe pati ni babiri. Bagamba. Fish to arufyanye. People have died. Mumino yabaka pokola. The police killing people. Why? In the same government bagamba. Abductions have happened. Bagamba. If you're not with them, it's either you're dead or you're in prison. This government, you're going to change big man. Fish to arufyanya bakubika mu office. Fish to arufyanya. Why me? Missing. Achani ruba mwaicho and dishonor. Where is why me? Hey church, tell us with your government, where is why me? Give us why me. Justice for why me, big man. Wachila mo hey church. Wala tupwisha bega kutupwisha bagamba. Katwale kya kulanda big man. Why you think? Maana watata. Sabia tuwasevana. Bagamba. Wanesa tuwapweni. Mujala chetu. Icha Zambia. Tuamona mwempwa. Bagamba. Tuamona mwempwa. Nama abductions bagamba. Muteko tualeta. Watu lete lama amazala mush. No you can take. Kola ipompa tudeka. No you can take. Apa nomba bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakuvota bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika fuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. When you die kwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Aikona man. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Ika kwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Yafuliati kwenyu. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mayona batata. Mayona batata. Bayuthi. Tyentuisuli amenso. Tyentuisuli amenso. Batusendela nomba batwipaila na hope Yesu. Edika chagwa lungu watubela tinani mkwatila plan B. Nomba tuwadishiba plan B aba mmino ya kualesa. Bantu banga abalafa mukyalo kyesu kya Zambia. Nibanga abantu abala abducted mukyalo kyesu kya Zambia. Bambire kuli jeje banda. Nibanga abantu abala ba prison. Abena chitotela chilangwa. Bonze baba prison n'entunguru shina shimbi. Muri one government ya kwa ejeje. Abantu naba famweleza. Aikata nomba baikata na kuyetika chakwa lungu atukwatile plan B. Abakubo byabyo mufulo big man. Mufulo pa mufulo. Bilabine batsendela yetika chakwa lungu. Apa nomba bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakuvota bane. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Wakufuatika fuatika. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. When you die kwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Aikona man. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Ita yakwa fwe. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. Yafuliati kwenyu. Mufulo pa mufulo. Mufulo pa mufulo. HH does not mean well for Mother Zambia. Zambia to Asebana, this is not the Mother Zambia that we were left with by our ancestors, our forefathers who fought so hard to liberate us. Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Nalumino Mundia, Mama Julia Chikamoneka, Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe, they fought so hard to put this country on the map, to put this country where it is today. No man would destroy this country because we believe in unity. One Zambia, one nation, and we shall.
We are saddened, as I've stated, from some named groupings who want to bring confusion, especially this time around when we are mourning Ngwenyama, Nkosiyama Nkosi. There are people who are planning tomorrow, Friday, as they arrive at our airport Chipata, they have mobilized motorbike riders for them to gain mileage from the airport probably up to Ipenduke, which is ahead of. If those plans are there, can they stop? Because now they are going to see the other side of the police. You cannot gain mileage out of lawlessness. My officers and I were not sleeping. And this information is credible, is valid, authentic. Because we are working with our dear people, the community. We are not going to tolerate that. We have this information that a certain grouping, as they arrive tomorrow at the airport, coming to the funeral, they want to mobilize motorbike riders. My dear colleagues, I think you know, day in, day out, you have been talking about these accidents pertaining.
I want to explain to you. I want to explain to you what it is. Give me a chance. Let me explain to you. Okay. We are not fighting. We are after peace. Yes. Yeah? Most of you people, you are relatives. Yes. Most of you people were relatives. You wouldn't want any bad thing to happen. So that's why I'm explaining now. Let me. Who else can come? Among yourself. You know let me explain. I have no ill feelings against it. No, I want to say I have no idea. The reason why we are stopping is no, it's like you don't want to listen. You have no right.
Good day and welcome to today's broadcast. We'll be discussing various issues, especially the ban by ECZ on candlelight and the other issues that have happened in Mazabuka and a follow-up on Chawama. So just hold on, we'll be going. Thank you very much. Welcome to today's broadcast, Sunday. The ECZ have issued a statement. I want to read it. It's a very, very strange statement. So the things we'll do today, we will go through what ECZ has done, the transfers that have been done by the Zambia police. And there's a statement from Pamosi Alliance issued by Secretary General Celestine Mukandila for the issues of the party. I will read those details and the adopted candidates, because there seems to be confusion with the PF, Pamosi Alliance, and the Tonse Alliance coming together and deciding who the candidates are. So I'll take time to read who the officially adopted candidate are for both, as approved by Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu. Now let's go to ECZ. ECZ have issued a statement. Just a minute, let me just get the statement. Thank you. Yeah, ECZ have issued a statement, and they're saying clarification and standardization of candidates, symbols for 2026 elections. They've written to all town clerks and council secretaries, and they are stating that this is what should be done. It says the commission is in the process of reviewing nomination papers and supporting documents received from the districts. During this process, it has been noted that one of the symbols provided in the register of symbols for independent candidates, namely the candle symbol, bears similarity to a symbol currently registered in respect of a political party. The Commission remains fully committed to ensuring a transparent, fair, and orderly electoral process in line with the Electoral Process General Regulations of 2016. As you are aware, the regulatory framework strictly requires that symbols allocated to a political party and independent candidates be entirely distinct in order to eliminate any potential voter confusion on the ballot paper. To uphold the clarity of the ballot and protect the distinct identity of every candidate, the Commission is undertaking a standardization exercise in all affected areas. You are therefore required to take the following immediate actions. Number one, engage the candidates and inform them of the candle symbol. So engage, immediately contact any independent candidate within your jurisdiction who has been assigned the candle symbol and give them alternative selection. They are saying formally advise the affected independent candidates to select an alternative symbol from the approved register of symbols. The selected symbol must not resemble any symbol already assigned to a political party or any symbol chosen by another candidate within the district or ward. They've even given a deadline. The deadline, all replacement symbol choices must formally be processed and submitted no later than Wednesday, 10th June 2026. Default allocation. If you don't choose a symbol, the ECZ is saying the affected independent candidates that if an alternative symbol is not submitted by the stated deadline, the Commission shall exercise its legal mandate to allocate a distinct symbol to facilitate the candidate's inclusion on the ballot paper without delay. This is in accordance with Regulation 8, Sabbatical Section 6 of the Electoral Process Regulations, which empowers the Chief Electoral Officer to allocate and register a symbol for use in an election. Now, everyone is saying, first of all, who is that one that has a symbol? Are they participating in elections? Are they presidential candidates? Or is it because the lamp, E-light, has gone countrywide like fire, especially popularized by the song? So is it that issue, the Brian Mundubile Makebi ticket that they're trying to stifle? I hold it that that's the only motivation by the ECZ. It appears anyone who's got a candle light, the symbol will still be a lamp, and they think that inadvertently those candidates are supporting the candidature of Mundubile and Makebi Zulu. And this takes us to the police. In light of what happened in Chawama, we understand the Inspector General of Police, Graphiel Musamba, had directed, following, this was a state machinery. They called EFZ, CCZ, and CCZ and EFZ, the Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia, and the Council of Churches in Zambia, who were directed that they should not allow memorial services for the late Zambia 6th President, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And then you saw the harsh statements from the two mother bodies who stated that their members, their pastors, their leaders, and their sanctuaries must not be used and must not be holding to any memorial for the late president. They stated that a memorial can only take place after the burial of a person. Of course, that's not even biblical. It was a foolish, sorry, I'm using a very strong term, but it was a foolish justification because it's not supported by the Bible. In fact, there are many times we hold memorials without burial. If you look at Cabinet Office, there's a Senate of there. We sent people to the First World War and the Second World War. And we never, in many cases, got those that died in the war. In many cases, we just have a tomb to recognize them, or the cenotaph, where we recognize the people that were that were lost in the war, and we don't have anybody. That's a purpose. In fact, those are called places of the unknown tomb. They are the bodies. The tomb of the unknown, or a cenotaph of the unknown, or symbol of the unknown. In this case, there was nothing wrong with Edgar Lungu being commemorated, even when the body hasn't been put to rest. It's just a normal process in the abnormal circumstances where President Hakainde Hichilema has not allowed the body of the remains of the late president to take place. So after that, we saw provincial fellowships being called by the Commissioner of Police that no such service must take place. So we are not surprised that the Chawama officer in charge, Superintendent Francis Musonda Mulundu, was immediately removed after the memorial took place and after that famous drive show. It happened like a drive show because there were so many people that came that Makebi and Mundubile decided to sit on top of the car as they were driving out of Chawama. And the Inspector General of Police is calling that an illegal procession, and he accuses the officer in charge of failing to stop both the memorial and the so-called illegal procession that took place. After that, the Inspector General of Police has done the following. He has issued communication number 3263. This is a police number for Mr. Mulundu Musonda Francis, Superintendent and Officer in Charge of Police Station Chawama, has been transferred to Western Headquarters and for redeployment. You know what they do in the civil service, huh? If they want to punish you, kukutuma kwa kaputa, kukutuma kwa kalabo, kukutuma kulundazi, they've done the same. So they've assigned an officer in charge for Chawama, Mr. Mulundu Musonda Francis, Superintendent, to Western Division, and you'll not be surprised if they take him to the furthest, like Shangombo and Lukulu or Kalabo, Congo. They do that to frustrate public officers. They've taken Mr. Kapampi Philemon, who was Assistant Superintendent and Officer in Charge for Mtendere Police Station. He's been transferred to Man Chawama Police Station, and he has been appointed Officer in Charge. In fact, the Officer in Charge for Chawama is usually, this is a grade 1 police station looking at the population and the police post that it covers. Like even Katampi Philemon has actually even been promoted because such a post, such a police station is manned by a superintendent. Then that is Police number 3503 Katampi Philemon, Assistant Superintendent from Officer in Charge Mtendere, has been taken to Chawama. Police number 3669 Miss Mubita Etambuyu, Assistant Superintendent and Deputy Officer in Charge of Chawama Police Station, Lusaka Division, has been transferred to Lusaka Headquarters under operations. So you can see that from Chawama Police, where they didn't stop the church service, something which is totally illegal, they've transferred both Mulundu Musonda Francis and Mubita Etambuyu. The two officers, officer in charge and deputy officer in charge, have been removed from Chawama Police Station. Then you have police number 3169, Mr. Musolokoto Humphrey, Assistant Superintendent, Police Intelligence, in charge of Chawama Police Station, Lusaka Division, has also been transferred to Lusaka Division Intelligence Operations. They've dismantled the entire leadership of Chawama. They've removed Francis Musonda Mulundu, who was officer in charge. They've removed the deputy Etambuyu Mubita. They've removed the chief inspector Malipenga Leonard, who was in charge of police intelligence. So the top hierarchy from the police have been removed. Then police number 10494, Chief Inspector Mlemwa Mukono of Lusaka Police Intelligence, has been transferred to Chawama Police Station and has been appointed as in charge police intelligence in place of Mr. Musolokoto Humphrey, Assistant Superintendent. Police officer number 3157, Mr. Kayuala, Assistant Superintendent, Lusaka Division Headquarters operation, has been transferred to Mtendere Police Station and appointed officer in charge. Remember, this is to replace Katampi Philemon, who they've taken to Chawama. Then Detective Chief Inspector Chombela Lilian, Deputy Officer in Charge, Police Intelligence Section of Police, has also been transferred away. So the entire leadership at Chawama Police Station has been removed by the command, and she's been taken to Paramilitary Battalion Headquarters, Police Intelligence. Police number 16708, Detective Inspector Belemu Edward of Lusaka Division Headquarters, Police Intelligence Section, has been transferred to Chawama Police Station and appointed as Deputy Officer in Charge, Police Intelligence, in place of Chief Inspector Chombela Lilian. Those are the dramatic changes because they wanted the police not to allow the memorial for Edgar Lungu to take place. The other places were banned because we saw that the provincial fellowship churches that were organizing the memorial for the late president were called by provincial police commissioners that they had 10 instructions that they should not hold any of those services for the late president. And for Chawama, what annoyed them is simply, especially that the memorial took place. Of course, they're trying to say the violence took place instead of just arresting the UPND that caused the violence. It's just UPND that caused the violence. And, the IG has come very hard on them. This is what happened in Chawama. Thank you very much. Those are the two items we are discussing, ECZ and the police action. But see the police action in Mazabuka, where there's been extensive violence against our dear brother Gary Nkombo. They've allowed the police leadership to be in place. It's like that's a standard. You need to oppress, repress, punish the opposition. If you are lukewarm, if you don't move in, you act civil, you act within the law, you act within the laws that you were taught as a police officer, they'll punish you. Inspector General of Police wants a brutal force of the police that should give no room to the opposition. They will not understand. As you saw, Gary Nkombo explained that he had collaborated with Socialist Party and they were going to have a joint rally where he was going to launch his candlelight campaigns. But the police would have none of that, and they stopped and they even tear-gassed Gary Nkombo's supporters.
I want to explain to you. I just want to explain to you what it is. Give me a chance. Let me explain to you. Okay. We are not fighting. We are after peace. Yes. Yeah? Most of you people, you are relatives. Yes. Most of you people are relatives. We wouldn't want any bad thing to happen to you. So that's why I'm explaining now. Let me. You know, who else can come? Among us yourself. You know the listen, let me explain. I have no ill feelings against it. No, I want to say I have no idea. But I just want to, the reason why we are stopping is no.
Pamosi Alliance, you know, there have been issues, internal issues. They are taking long to gel together. And this, especially in line of candidates where there are dual candidates. And the leadership have been urged to deal with this matter decisively. I had a lot of phone calls from a lot of candidates or their supporters or their campaign managers who are urging Celestine Mukandila and Zumanzimba, who are the two Secretary General from Tonse Alliance and Pamosi, to resolve this issue. Where is the problem? You have adopted candidates that were jointly agreed on. So what is the problem of removing those that were not approved? Where is the challenge? Celestine Mukandila has issued a statement to all PF Pamosi Alliance members reminding them that the presidential candidate for PF Pamosi Alliance is now a running mate to the Tonse PF Pamosi Alliance, the joint alliance, and that all those that were working for the party for the candidature and the running mate of Makebi Zulu must immediately work together across all provinces, districts, and wards, must together form one joint campaign team between the Tonse Alliance candidature and that of Pamosi Alliance candidature. So, for example, Lusaka and Copperbelt as Resolute Party candidates. The Resolute Party candidates must embrace a Tonse Alliance infrastructure and begin to campaign together, collaborate, ensure that the party structures are working together. That's a summary of the instruction from Celestine Mukandila, that look, we are working as one, so therefore the national, provincial, district and constituency, ward and branch levels must all work together. And the party has adopted so many candidates across the country. We have to find mechanism of reading this official list so that we put pressure on those candidates that were not, there are candidates that are on this party but were not officially adopted, and there are candidates on this party that were not officially adopted. So between an NRP, UP and Resolute Party, you have candidates that are in some places, you know, some parts of Eastern Province, Copper Belt, Northern Province, you have 2 candidates. I think the instructions are very clear. The adopted list of candidates is what must be guided, and the non-official candidates are encouraged to withdraw, because you are creating unnecessary tension, unnecessary political division in your area, and now you are forming tensions for clashes when it's totally not necessary. The leadership of both Tonse and Pamozi issued the candidates that were approved. Let's start with the mayors, where the 2 parties featured the candidate. In Kaoma is Stephen Makinishi. In Limulunga is Wataye Yeta. In Luampa is Kamuti Kamwengo. In Lukulu is Oliver Mundanya. In Mitete is Ngenda Joseph. In Mongu is Lishebo Mwenda. In Mwandi is Palos Masiku. Nalolo is Kopo Imutowana. In Senanga is Mumbe Hakoma. In Sesheke is Henry Hulawa Mazungu. In Shangombo is Poniso Kuyumbana. These are the official mayoral candidates. For Northwestern Province, in Solwezi District is Adrian Kapumba. In Kalumbila is Evelyn Banda. In Mwinilunga is Mzea Benson. In Ikelenge is Yoano Muvumanga. In Kasempa is Enos Kalele. In Mufumbwe is Reverend Melna Katoyo. In Manyinga is Geoffrey Malaiti. In Zambezi is Kasupa Kayawe. In Chavuma is Kasoko Kanji Kenneth. On the Copper Belt, the official candidates, Chililabombwe constituency is Roy Ngosa. Konkola constituency is Spolianis Mwanda. In Chingola Central, these are candidates. I think these are MP candidates for Copper Belt. So Chililabombwe is Roy Ngosa. Konkola constituency is Spolianis Mwanda. Chingola Central constituency is Michelle Piri Kazala. Chingola West constituency is Boris Temba Chansa. Nchanga constituency is Rosemary Chipoya. Mufulira constituency is Dr. Alex Luando. Kankoyo constituency is Mwango Chisala. Kalulushi constituency is Bernard Vesa. Now, Kantanshi constituency is showing 2 people, P.S. Chandakawe and Dr. Rodney Kangwa. I'll call Celestine to clarify. Chambishi is Modesta Kabwe. Lufanyama constituency is Christopher Kalenge. Lufanyama East constituency is Moses Chinyuka. Kwacha constituency is Dr. Brown Chirambo. Nkana constituency is Alexander Chiteme. Uzakile constituency is Kalowo Pavyuma. Kamfinsa constituency is Kelvin Chipili. Chimwemwe constituency is Mwenya Musenge, Honorable Mwenya Musenge. Luansha constituency is Engineer Gordon Mlenga. Ron constituency is Nathan Chanda. Ndola Central constituencies, Honorable Emmanuel Mlenga. Kabushi constituencies, Fabian Mwanza. Chifubu constituencies, Frank Ngambi. Daghamashot constituencies, Ezra Tembo. Bwana Mkubwa constituencies, Sam Chiti. Masaiti constituencies, Rose Chumpuka. Rose Chumpuka from ZMBC. Well done, my dear sister. I didn't know you were standing. Congratulations. Work hard. That constituency has always wanted you, and I hope that you find time to campaign hard, and the people of Masaiti must vote for you, Rose Chumpuka from ZMBC. Kafulafuta constituencies, Jeff Mlevwa, the former independent candidate, now is standing on the Tonse Pamozi Alliance. Kalangabo constituency, Welcome Wembia. Mpongwe West constituency, Keith Maila. The mayors for these towns, the mayors is Jen Daka for Chilawombo Chingola, Charles Msonda, Mufulira Chombachilufya, Kalulushi Wilson Kasenge, Kitwe Collins Chansa, Luansha Mulenga Chakulia, Lufwanyama Kangwa Mwila, Masaiti Joakim Mlemna, Ndola Kaliati Jones, Mpongwe Edward Chaseva. So what we'll do, if you have any query about any of the candidates, I have the entire list. There are over 226 candidates on that list. We can't read all of it, but we'll be guiding you, especially where there are controversies. We'll read the official list of candidates that was adopted by both Honorable Brian Mundwili and Makebi Zulu, to ease the tension and to isolate those that are imposing themselves away from the official list. And it's a call by many leaders that Mr. Celestine Mukandila and Mr. Zumanzimba must resolve this issue quickly to avoid internal and continued fight. Mwantu Akwalesa, we'll be opening the phone lines if you have any questions, any query on the issues that we are discussing today. We are discussing ECZ's decision to ban the light and candlelight symbol, and they want candidates to replace this. They think that this is helping the Makebi Zulu, Yes, indeed. I was supposed to, someone has written me about Makebi Zulu being in Choma today, where we saw pictures of him with Cornelius Mwetua, the incumbent MP in that area. They all went to the funeral of our dear brother, MCC Kebi Mbewe. Kebi Mbewe lost his father, and they were putting him to rest today. We saw the emotional scenes in Kebi Mbewe and the bereaved family. They were all touched by this loss, and Mr. Mbewe Senior was put to rest today. And it was good to see both UPND and the opposition be together peacefully and mourn in peace together. That, I think, was very, very good. I can see calls are already beginning. In fact, yes, we should open the phone lines soon. Let me just switch on the other phone. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Okay, all right. This is MK.
Yes, MK. Make your contribution.
Calling you from Pretoria, but let me just switch off the other line. I think I can get an echo.
Yes, feedback. You are using another device to listen to me. Usually people use.
All right. Okay. I'll read you my message regarding the cancellation. Is it a cancellation of elections in campaigns in Mazabuka?
Yes, yes. They cancelled and disrupted the official flagging off of the campaign by Gary Nkombo.
Yeah, because this is where we are as a country now. You know, we've always been talking about the fear that the UPND has and what it can cost this country. You know, I've actually shared with you in your inbox, but I'll read through. I've said this is the testing of the waters, a timely warning to all Zambians ahead of this year's elections. I won't read the whole lot of it, but what I want to just tell the people who are listening here is that let's caution the police. They have no right whatsoever to cancel any elections. They work on directives from ECZ. So what was supposed to happen was that ECZ would have communicated with the Galinkombo campaign management or whatever they call themselves and everyone else involved in Mazabuka. And then the police will just carry out their duty. Because the only duty that the police has, let's not confuse ourselves or actually be blinded by this government. The police's laws, or should I say their area of operation is only in maintaining peace and order. Nothing else that involves them in cancellations or anything of such in any elections. So we are seeing how this government is so desperate. First, they have cancelled the campaigns in Mazabuka, and now they are releasing a press regarding the symbol. So we just need them to tell us which political party is registered with a candle as its symbol. We've never been told to say there is this political party with such a name and using the candle as a symbol. So these are all happenings that we are really concerned about. And I'm sure if they can do that to an MP, an independent MP for that matter, what will they do to a presidential opposition? This has actually scared a lot of us, and we hope and trust that the people of Zambia shall speak, the people of Zambia shall demand for their rights, because this election has already shown its apathy. Because as I'm talking to you, I've never seen any vehicles moving around, campaigning freely. No. Just, are you there, Ambassador?
We can hear you, my brother.
Okay. To add on what has happened in Mazabuka, we again have an incident where the former mayor of Kabwe is in hiding as we speak. He ran into the bush. So what kind of a government that is so scared that they are unleashing their cadres now on their opposition or on the opposition members who are campaigning? Is this the freedom that the people were told? Is this the peace that we've been blindfolded all this time that no, the country is experiencing the peace? So I think we need to ask and demand for a level playing field for all candidates, regardless of a political party they belong to or an independent. So I think that's what I can contribute to, but maybe you can read in full what I've shared with you regarding what I've written on this topic in Mazabuka. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'll look at it. Gen Z spokesperson MK, I will read your document. Let's see. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Good evening, viewers. Ambassador, this election is not just like any other election. This election is very, very special. I have information that, and for those who think this is just a story, let them find out. Those who have good connections, let them find out if those 4,000 people who are being trained by the ministry are still training. These people have been dispatched in various provinces in the full uniform of UPND. Same applies to the police which were recently recruited. If they have not been dispatched, they will be dispatched, but in a uniform of EPA. So we see a lot of violence, and things which have been happening. The happening of Garinkombe today is just a fiction of what is going to happen. Ambassador, allow me to say that some months before this day, or today, we saw this government dispatching army and more especially the commandos, the special force, going around and trying to manage the issue to do with gold. That was not gold. They were sending a signal to the community that come down if anything these people bounce on you. So, Ambassador, we have seen the police day being celebrated in the compound. Things that I personally have never witnessed such a thing. So when you look at all this happening, they have been trying, the police command, the army command, and the ZNS, they have been trying to communicate to the people that the moment you misbehave, this is what will happen to you through these uniform personnel. So to the opposition and to the general public, the news or the news, the encouragement is that there is no bigger army than the people itself. Ambassador, many people have contributed, they have called out, they were telling you and they have been saying that there is no opposition in this country. But people have been saying, no, we don't care about the name. But they forgot that the opposition were the country. No matter what happened, whether they replace them, whether they arrest all these people, but if it means they'll voting for a frog, like this Eva Kaunda, people will still go and vote for a frog. So this is to make sure that we take out this government. Lastly, Ambassador, this message goes to the opposition today that they should be very careful with the people around them. You look at what has happened to some during or going back, and this thing has been happening. He's not going back alone. What somebody is doing is he goes with a certain number, and others, those people, they say, no, we are going back to this. This is our party. Here is our party. Now, in this case, don't say it's our home. But they are not going there genuinely. They are going there to spy, because their loyalty for them is nothing. Okay, so let us leadership be very careful with the people who are coming around in those of the leadership this time around. And lastly, I just remember this one. Ambassador, I want you to comment. It's truly this information. Of course, we have the information, but may you also please, I don't know whether I'm pushing against the wall, but there have been news going around that there is now just PFP has rejoined UPN. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I saw the news on Honorable Given Lubinda. I don't think Honorable Given Lubinda can go quietly. If you were to go, it would be a huge, big official announcement. And all the announcement about Given Lubinda is coming from the UPND cadres. It's not coming from Honorable Given Lubinda. So we should treat that as just rumors. I think Honorable Lubinda is a very senior man in our country. There's a manner in which he does his politics. So for me, I've dismissed those assertions. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution. Hello, caller. Oh, the caller is gone. You can call back. You can call back and make your contribution. I've seen a disturbing video from Kabwe. There was some form of violence, and we understand that the candidate for the opposition is in hiding, and they were attacked by UPND. those are the scenes from Kabwe, very disturbing, where we can see that our people are preparing themselves, picking stones to defend themselves. And they're asking, where is the police? Do they want to find dead bodies for them to act? And it's a genuine question by anyone. And that question by the citizens in Kabwe. These are the scenes we've seen across the country, and we have seen that the police are not acting. These scenes are extremely regrettable. Now, I told you about the demise of MCC Kebby Mbewe's father. There is another death that has gripped the country with shock, and this is a death of Judge Kabalata, the retired judge. May so rest in peace. What's tragic about this death is that he was at the same time in hospital with his daughter, who died 2 weeks ago and was put to rest on 27th May. Just the other week, the daughter, who was a resident magistrate one time, I think, in Livingstone. Leah should have been a resident magistrate in Livingstone. She's the one that was put to rest first. And then today we had the news that Judge Kabalata, the retired High Court judge, had passed on. So may his soul rest in eternal peace.
To inform this House that shortly after we were elected, we went to Parliament to legislate against reckless borrowing. There's a law there. Speaker is here. Many people didn't pay attention to it because the debt was acquired through recklessness. A ministry could acquire debt. Line Ministry of Finance is not aware. How can you run a country like that? How? So me, I'm listening when people say no, they are coming back. I say, to do what? To occasion more damage so we can spend 3 years working on the debt restructuring again? The little things we've done in these 4 years and 9 months, we spent 3 years on debt restructuring. Imagine if we came in after the balance sheet was cleaned up in 2011. Today, this country would have been in a totally different place. We lost 10 years after 2011. Totally lost it. And now the colleagues want to come back. To do what? You can change the nameplate that you are now a different creature. You are the same. You can change the name. You can change the t-shirt color. You are the same. This is not a joke. I'm serious. My heart bleeds. I hope your heart bleeds. It's scary that we can bring back damage to our country, which took us 3 years to unwind. We have relatives, yes. We love them. We have nephews, cousins. We love them. But we love the 21 million Zambians more than a small group. So today, we sign into law the education, pre-education bill. It's law. As you saw me signing, it's now law. Take your children.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from, and make your contribution.
Ambassador, I'm very quick in the name of something. I just want to aid the general public, mainly the voters. But let me just say the general public. That not long ago, I think about 2-3 years, there was an incident in Bangladesh, one of the countries that part of the world, where people marched to State House. There was a sitting president in there with a great army, with a great police. But people, when the will of people, once the will of people always takes over. And they managed, they went and they were, the fun part, they were even drinking the whiskey and bathing in jacuzzi where the president was bathing. So, to the Zambians, this change, this voting should bring about change, or we should bring change. Because trust me, whatever he's doing right now, he's sitting on one side of he has been saying in Ankara. But now this man, he has realized that he has no power. He has not secured the seat. And the people who have got the power to the seat, it's us as citizens. We should make sure that come the seat of others, we should vote him out. Otherwise, we never will be settled.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are discussing 3 major issues. The decision by ECZ to ban the candle light as a symbol for independent candidates. They've ordered that these candidates remove the symbols of a candle or candle light, and they claim that this candle light belongs to a political party. But we know, the UPND is being accused of being a satanic movement. There are all these allegations against them, especially in the manner they've dealt with the demise of the late president, the remains of the late president, conducting illegal postmortem on the late presidents. People are calling them a satanic movement, and it appears they don't want the light. Secondly, the lamp, ilampi, for Brian Mundubile Makebizulu seems to have taken the country by storm and popularized by a song. And it appears that all those candidates who are independent and are on the lamp are being accused of supporting the candidature of Brian Mundubile and Makebizulu. So they are being told to drop that. Hello caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, good evening, Bamwamba.
Good evening.
Yes. This is Mr. Mwa calling you from within Lusaka.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Bamwamba. Therefore, kulanda kupa pali ni bale banning our ECZ ya candlelight symbol. Although it's like the way they are doing it, we cannot even understand these type of tricks that they are doing. They are changing goalposts every day. They are doing it because they really want they really want Mazabuka. They know that the candlelight symbol for Honorable Gary Nkombo is spreading like fire. So they know already that definitely is going to choose some of the number of votes from Mazabuka, which will be a determinant place for the UPND. And it's very unfortunate that these institutions are being pushed around like pawns by the UPND. It's very unfortunately to be in a situation where Zambia is at the moment, headed by Hakainde Hichilema. The other thing I would want to talk about is the police who have been transferred, like from Chawama and other places, because of the violence by the UPND. It's very unfortunate in our country to be experiencing this kind of thing from. They know already that. In fact, UPND, not the UPND. The president himself, Hakainde Hichilema, is the one who is causing all those things, and is imbalancing even the innocent UPND in the party. Because the things which are happening at the moment is very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that we are in this situation. That's the thing I wanted to talk about. It's a sad moment for our country.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, those are the issues we are discussing, the ECZ, and then the transfer by the police of the entire Chawama command, because they are accused of, allowing the memorial for the late president at Chawama Regina Passis Parish Church in Chawama, and the violence that ensued. Instead of just arresting the UPND that caused the violence, they've decided, the police commanders decided to punish the police officers who manned Chawama. They've removed all the top 4 police officers. They've removed Francis Musonda Mulundu, superintendent, who was officer in charge. They've removed Etambuyu Mubita, who was assistant superintendent. They've moved Humphrey Musolokoto, and they've removed Inspector Malipenga Leonard. I can see we have a caller. Yes, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. Tulimpusha mkwaele sale kisunga fiki name is Nyangwe Dani.
Yes, Mr. Sinyangwe.
Thank you. Na mwishiwa Ambassador na bantu wonsa bale umfwa. The vote that we are going to cast, and every Zambian is going to cast, whether a stone or not a stone, people have made up their mind. And whatever ECZ is trying to do, it is just making things worse for the current government. You can't go on intimidating the people like they are your own cattle, the one you keep at your farm. We are human beings. And as human beings, you need to treat us with respect. Ambassador Mwamba, God has used you in so many various positions, and your call was to save the people, not you yourself. So it reminds me of when someone has got nothing to offer, they want to instill fear. But the people of Zambia have made up their mind, Ambassador Mwamba, nothing that they would do to intimidate us. Kuya bebele. Secondly, Mwamba, remember one thing that made people vote for the president, who is the kind president, it was a vote of sympathy. That incident in the Eastern Province Airport, that incident really captured people's minds, and people were upset to say, no, you can't be doing this to this person. And then you find that even many PF supporters, because of that incident, ended up voting for him. And he's a president voted out of sympathy, not because the people loved him. He tried so many times, he could not get the vote, but people voted for him out of sympathy. So they're doing the same thing that put them into power, and they're trying to use it, but they're forgetting that Abantu, they have made up their mind. So mwe bantu ama Zambians twikatane fya abantu abakupepa bamwamba would even age ilya video yakwa dance on lungu mule playing so that abantu ngalela to know what have they done. They want us to take us back. You play that video and it will remind him to say, "You tapalo for chitlina abantu tabakwete. Show us what you've done apart from those broken toilets in Chimwemwe and Kwacha." I submit, Ambassador Mwamba. God bless Zambia, and let us continue praying for a good Zambia. Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are still taking your calls, and let's hear from you. Thank you very much. I was looking for the picture for Gary Nkombo holding a candle, and I've seen that the NRPUP, my dear brother Elias Kamanga, has issued a statement to condemn the ECZ's decision to bar these candidates. I mean, to bar the candlelight as a symbol. He has issued a statement to bar this as a symbol. Let's pick this call. Oh, cut. Please call back. Call back. Sometimes it's just network. Please call back. Let me look for this picture that with Gary Nkombo with candlelight. We put it here on the screen as you call. It's a good picture. Why is ECZ banning this picture? Why is ECZ? Yeah, it's a very good picture. You know, when they say state institutions or yeah, good. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and make your contribution.
This is Precious Inongombeta from Livingstone.
Yes, my dear sister.
Yes, I want to contribute on Gary Nkombo and also on those officers who was fired. I don't know if they were fired or they just moved their positions. So I start with Gary Nkombo. Honorable Emmanuel Mwamba, me, what I've seen with the UPND, what they are trying to do right now, their Mingalato, is to make sure that they want to ban each and everyone so that people, they don't do their politics like the way they used to do in previous governments. Even that light that they are banning, it's not like maybe they are tagging Gary Nkombo. This time, I think people should open your mind and open your eyes to see that the Mingalato that they are playing, it's not like indeed this fight between Gary Nkombo and the government of UPND, it's a genuine one. Mark my word, one day you are going to believe me. What they are trying to do right now, they are tagging Makebi Zulu because our symbol is lumpy. So they are tagging these people so that they cannot use that lamp, but they are wasting their time because this time we know their drama. So right now they are trying to draw attention so that everyone in opposition, they can pay attention and believe that indeed Gary Nkombo is being mistreated. One day, Honorable, we are going to believe me that what I'm saying is a truth. What I'm urging you people of Zambia, let us all focus on Brand Mundui and Makebi Zulu. Don't mind whatever is happening in UPND. Please, I beg you in God's name. Remember what Cornelius Mutwa told the nation. This year Mingalato is going to be unique. You can see even what he did today. I'm not condemning that they were not supposed to meet Kufino. No, I'm not condemning that. But why should he just tag Makebi Zulu? That is another Mingalato to make the people of Zambia and the whole world believe that indeed a ruling party and the opposition, they are united. Indeed, there is democracy. Even when there is no democracy, But Cornelius Mweto is not a person who you can trust, no. You remember he told the nation that we worked well with Chishimba Kamwidi to bring Edgar Lungu down. He also said, I'm one of the people who brought disunity in Patriotic Front. Is that the man you can allow Bamakebi Zulu to come near him? People of Zambia, some of us want to be honest. Even if you keep on doubting me what I talked about gassing, and today you can see, did you see them arresting the gassers? Nothing. Even now I'm telling you, let's focus on supporting Brian Mundubile and Bamakebi Zulu. Forget about whatever they are fighting. Please, Zambia, na Papa Tanziko.
Thank you very much. We have now the lines are picking up. Alokola, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you very much, my brother. Opt to be AI.
Make your contribution.
That's the voice I'm using. We continue thanking you for the excellent work you are doing, the interest work you are doing. And I continue urging you, my brother, please, may God continue giving you strength to manage this problem and giving us this opportunity. I want to touch on all the three things. Let me start with a guarding issue. What is happening in Southern Province there? It's very interesting. You know, even Juju, there is a time when it expires. You are doing Juju on people, there will be a time when it will expire. And that's what is happening in Southern Province. Southern Province, my brother, Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba, is no longer the same. And the guarding combo must be held with two hands by the opposition. We must hold that man with two hands in position. He was scheduled to launch a campaign today. And his own people, HH sent police officers to go and tear gas his own people. My friend, I come from the province. I know what that means. And those people who are running away, they said, because you have tear gassed us, we are going to vote for it. So, the opposition, if they put the acts properly, they will get substantial amount of votes in Southern Province. Because the power, Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba, only brings up your colors. This is what we must be watching, even with the opposition. That's what power does. So this power that he has brought out his true colors, what he's doing now. Everyone now can see, say this person's true colors are this. So that's what's happened to other people. Then I come to the issue of police officers in Chawama. Police officers, and you know, Grafe Musamba, this Inspector General of Police, he was working in the colonial days, the colonial masters, worked in UNIP and anything. He knows nothing about the dynamics of these things. Those police officers you are shifting anyhow, they are human beings and they have 6 senses. They can judge and they can tell. You'll be shifting them here and there. They are seeing what's happening. And you find that, in fact, these civil servants, I feel pity for them. Because if you see the desperation and anguish, the poverty the civil servants are going through under this government, I've never seen it. I have never seen it. So desperate you find a civil servant asking you, Emmanuel Mwamba, for 10 kwacha. You can be a traffic officer for 100. This is pathetic. I don't know what's happening. You are busy transferring people and repressing with impotent people who know nothing. That is why service delivery has failed. Service delivery has completely failed in this government because they are not following people through the ranks. They are PF. And the person just asks something else is PF, fire him, transfer him. You repress them by people who know nothing. Chawama, Kuja videos are there. Whatever happened in Chawama was by UPND. We saw it. The cadres for UPND are the ones who started the attacking. And this is how it was even during PF. They start fight, and then when they are warped, they remove victims. They PF are violent there. So, and then he last, are we together, Ambassador Emmanuel?
I'm listening to you, my brother.
And then lastly, the issue of ECZ and symbols. You did the nomination. After doing the nomination, you approved everything. And at the last minute, even at this hour, the ECZ is busy changing rules of the elections. Working, always trying to see to it that whatever comes may, Kainde may retain so that he can continue inflicting pain, misery on the people of this country. Those symbols were approved. Why are you disqualifying them today? So what we are saying, we are telling the Mwanga Gomez and the McDonald's, you tell them that I've mentioned them. Tlesa ni Mariotola. We had Mobutu Sese Seko. Okungwendo was a banger. He was a lion. No one would talk about him. But he ended dying in exile like a destitute. We all know the end of dictators. There is an end to everything. You try to do this and this, but we want to tell you that the day a monkey is destined to die, all the trees become slippery. Maya, please continue providing us this platform.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador Munkonge, Mwamombe Mkwa.
Mkwa Munkonge.
Ambassador Nalamba, Kuranda Bari Wadali, Wakali Nkombo. Wakali Nkombo, Mwevena Southern Province, Vena Wakali Nkombo, na Vena Zambia Wonse. Ambassador, hapo tufikiria Vena Zambia yabari chinja mano. Why for Kanishe Kendo? Because Mpiri right, Luwoto na Kendo, Luwoto. So Wakali Nkombo ilia, why she resign from UPND? Automatically Wakali Nkombo Southern Province na kampeni takuwa lino kuma abantu balisa monafyo kwebati. Wakali Nkombo wakwete Kendo li right. PF pamozi tonse alliance bakwete lirambi fyonse li right. So abantu automatically bali stana indozi wa president wa Cape Zulu na wa Mundubire nomba ba Southern Proba akainde mwalishi wo mupampami na bakwata kailiwe na bala tontonkanya sana. So ilia unity hapa talipali Wakali Nkombo na wa Cape Zulu iya spiritually ya kwa feta abantu abene kumona feta Wakali Nkombo asara Kendo, which means president tuleya na nelambi. So ya barefu aba barufyanya abantu barufyanya abantu kula Southern Province because campaign yasa ilanga automatic kwe bati MP ni Kendo, president lirambi outside constituency yaba Wakali Nkombo na bambi fyaba ikara kumbi automatic campaign ile alisa ilanga. So strategy aba HH kubo mfano baba ECZ pakwe bati basite step abantu. So I don't know about Wakali Nkombo ngachako bati simbo bakasara again ataka be connected na ifwe apopo ishishibe bwino ndero mbako kubena Zambia ngachashupa bakabure fe matches nomba yo bakabike pona yena nga bakabakanya nango laita pali matches na laita bakabure po imusimbo tukamonena yena nga bakabakanya. So fimbi ba ambassador chonalala ndako kwena fwe ma opposition wonse fie katukosele shabena Zambia bambi okutwafako ambassador nga mwalikuwa tanamba yaba bafoma meya bapaka bamubatumileko bapuskire mu mpanga bachibengirira imbi kutumwaranda kona bena pafoni bamirondorera ko situation paka bosinse abantu bakisana nefyongo mupitira mu fyongo yishira barefu abakese ibira mu ama elections So fwe ba opposition katwikale panshi tumoneko tupange kwa abantu abengi abalaba ku security kupange ekiwuti ku security tekulwawe tukwate ko intelligence network yakwe bati babale panga ali amapange because kuloko bale pangira amapange kuli abantu abakwe bati kuti batwishibisha nombali boli mo bara abantu kutwishibisha tabali kwato ko benga tumina phone ukwe bati umfoni baneni mu amapange babikwatire nyaya so katwikale panshi tupange ko system imwe mukati ya munkama yakwe bati na baraba nenso bale fo kutuchinkulako bale chinkulako ila system yose yakwe bati bane uku chirifi because abena Zambia opo bafikiri apa kuchinja na barabe naba bakuyo PND na bena bale lyako fe ifya last bale lyako fe ifya last that's why fu bale ruira barabo bale umani baraba chinja mano bale fu bale ko mpia sha last lero vote temo bakabika so ifo tube ko open wa opposition tukwate kwa system mwe yakwe bati nanguri baraba nenso abakuyo PND nga bale fu kutotosha ko fimo tabashupikirwa kwa mbo kufuata ushibana ntwara eba amapange bakwete lero abena Zambia nde bakoseresha bakonkanyepo benenu kafira bachitire kuchawama ifya kweba ati bayimina bakata lero chawame iba ambassador by election ulya police wasuminisho kweba ati ifo tuchite defender ama elections beiba nakambi bali musesha agendi no yuna ena ba musesha bati nishine fintu fyali mwoneka fena pa butatutu kwebati ba UPND cadres bali woma ku bantu lero babika kwati ba PF cadres na kuntungurushishe sunde rombako be pangana mistake ya kuleta kwa maovero bebikako bateka nyefe wonse na ba prakapo bebi abanabo bale taking afefira fina bataki ngama jinzi wino no busaka na mu busaka kuchitwarwa tuyingira mu maligari ama worksuit yakwe bachiture moneka nga ba police awe titwayingira mu trap katubafume mu abantu bera bashare na maovero bifo tube ko fe nefi yakufwara fi tube ko fe yakufwara limbi mure bika fya tolero bale wonse mwe ba security twara fwara white ni kama yenu wataki ngakotuma sheti twa white kali mwa kwa to intungurusho mwara fwara ko to blue trafine kubanga na kuchecha to wakwaya mkese na mufwara so kali mwe bene ni shirin kama yenu no aposedi so ara mwana palika blue waishi bokoga cho para pali security ara mpera kusai ififi amari kaya tifipose pa pansi tuikata lero twambe no kufunda abalensu muso society twendere pamona bena Zambia tuiba aside bena Zambia eba kwete vote nomba ifunga twango kurona babantu tukesa wanaora ama votes because ififi ngo bare panga bare chita test nga chakwe bati ikesa bomba irate ya kota nga bakabushe efyongo so to making a sure kwe bati para pa ko bati refu ave mishepo efyongo ifo ture sora sora afumapo elio bakali nkombolesa le misunga muisakamana sana uko mwafuma kutali nangu bakanyo rurubuto abena Zambia bonse bali na imwe bakali nkombe abena Southern Province bali na imwe simbo elionse omukasara abantu bakayisupporta nangu bakanyeyo tapali oko fingaya ukuli konse otherwise ba ambassador ifo banopo tufikire katumona fe ishira twara chitabo protect my elections trafine ba ambassador murando ko bata my election leaking tede ya kuvota so na papene fifi ne fyongo na it's a part of leaking so na foka tukwate change twambye ko mona security ushaba abantu ifibareisa firaba chitire attack banundwe what is our approach ushefira bare fuma kuchechi bakateka besu na munshira babatumira amakatazi next what is the approach ushama president besu barambo kwenda shani abena Zambia bali sarapo kwebata babantu bali anomba katuchite protecting tungurushi ukwambira pama MPs kuma councillors wonsa barabare mureko kuba mutenja katwika repanshi tumone fo twara bashita bara protect abantu because nga twachita contain ishita ya campaign na irairete ya kuvota tapari ofyo bakati anomba katwango kubachita kuba pera ama green light ya kupangira kwefyo ni ishture bafo kuchita league ya my election so fo katwika repanshi tumone fo twara chita fight but not physical kabashopiro kubachitando katwika refe panshi tukwate communication imoine tunaba ba security kufipalifyesu ba making sure kwa security system country wide babe connected ama WhatsApp group ama shani kwa bati message ile nda fast wangwangu kunga kwa mfikiri ashinishira bamye baba kutweba mariage vengi bena bakutuishibisha kokwe bati umfoenefu bari purana wangwangu twashofo twasita umfoenefu bari purana ichi apa nomba tube open mu system pakwe bati tulepokerera wangu ama report kuba lenso abari tuchenjeshako pantu tebonse abatu patana barabena ba UPNG mwibapata sana muramuka tuli ba UPNG mwina mwena abantu besu nomba tetibafumeko pantu kuti babepaya so firafine kuti babakona bena ndi spy intelligence tubapere environment yisumbe yakwe bati bare tweba kwefintu fire chitika tubi abachenjera ama ovano nama buti ifwe tafire fwaye kamuli aya ama election nama mask fyonse tafire fwaye kwa katubomfya mano bena babomfya maka napera ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador. I think I would like to remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Yes, I just want to make a very interesting observation on how the UPND has been doing their politics, and it's coming out very, very clear in the recent activities. You see, what the UPND has been doing is that they don't even seem to care about campaigning. It's as if they've already planned to rig. So to justify their rigging, they will go for all these stories that are happening and then spin them on the head and blame it on the opposition. I'll give you an example. When the UPND were stoning Brian Mundubile's motorcade in Chawama on Friday, we all saw it. We all saw it on videos. They were throwing stones and they were wielding pangas and so on and so forth. But on Saturday, Diggers, which is like a mouthpiece for UPND, their headline was blaming the opposition. They said that Tonse cadres were the ones who attacked UPND. They've been doing this. In Mazabuka, they did the same thing. They even went to the extent of getting the guy who attacked Gary Nkombo to report Gary Nkombo to the police. Now, it may look like a simple political ploy, but this is a very effective system that they have in place. Let me give an example. When you go to court, when you're sitting in court, there are two things that the court relies on: witnesses and evidence. Witnesses and evidence. And this is what UPND is using as a system. So when an incident happens, evidence. You will have it on video, you will have it, whether on photos and stuff like that. Then they get people. They turn the witness upside down. The witness says the opposite of what happened. And it goes print media or in national television. And that is kept as a witness to back up that evidence. In case it so happens that you go to court after the elections and the issue ends up in court, they'll pull up those newspaper articles and they'll get those videos from ZNBC and they'll get those cases from court and they'll put them there and say, this is what happened. Unfortunately, us on the opposition side, we don't seem to read what the UPND is doing. We are just there, instead of doing, the counter to that, we seem to be locked up in some kind of space. I don't know what that space is. We should be dealing with this very effective system, because when UPND rigs and we go to the UN, we go to SADC, we go to the AU, we go anywhere, UPND will pull out those newspaper articles. They'll get videos from from ZNBC, and they'll say, this is what was happening. And the people will be testifying on record that this is what was happening. Cases, dockets from the police will be showing that was what is happening. And then you wonder what happened, like the world is unfair to us. No, it's not. It is time to do what we're supposed to do in the opposition. When these things happen, when they stone us, the first thing we should be doing is putting it on record. We should have a huge budget of Al Jazeera being in Lusaka, BBC reporting those issues, CNN, so that in case they try to use that record, we will have a record to refer to say, no, neutral international media covered this matter and this what is true. And when they begin to see that the media is showing these things, they will fail to rely on that little plan of theirs. They will have to just go down and campaign. If you have seen, we are 60 days to the elections. Have you seen UPND campaigning anywhere? No. What we saw was even when Mao Samba defected to UPND, HH still blamed PF. Why? Because as far as HH is concerned, PF is ECL and everyone who stands with ECL. And any blame you can put on PF and stick it there, it justifies whatever storyline he has. That whenever there's violence, whenever there's confusion, PF is to blame. Even when the people he put there as PF people, Shabinga and Mao Sampa and all those people have defected to him like Sunday Chand and others, they are with him, but he's still, and PF is really non-existent, but he still use it, you still stick to the script. Why? Because his audience is not local. His audience is international. So that when he does what he wants to do in this country, that will be the audience that we will be running to. But that audience will be fed with lies. And there will be nothing we can do about it because we'll have nothing to counter. So let's think, strategically about how we are handling media. When this incident happen, do we have these international media houses in the country? Are we reporting these things into the platforms where they should be? So we need resources going in that direction. I just thought that we need to really think openly about how UPND is very clever with these things. And to beat them, we really need to play their game. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
I'll remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Yes, Mr. Mwamba, there's two things I want you to tell our President Brian Mondobile and Mr. Makebi Zulu. This information, the source is some kind of what will happen. This UPND, what they are trying to do is, they are trying to provoke the Tonse Pamoza Alliance so that the Pamoza Tonse Alliance, when they react, they want to disqualify our president to say it's a part of Ifyongo. So let's be careful as the Pamoza Tonse Alliance, because what they provoke us, then they will say now the Tonse Pamoza Alliance are the one creating violence, and yes, they will disqualify our presidential candidate. So let's be careful. Then two, they have just said whatever is better they ring the election than the Pamoza Tonse Alliance to form government, because Barikano Kushika by Edgar Lungu. So they are trying by all means, Chairman Wakapukola Bonse, but broking FA campaign, they have told them. I want to feel if power. Reason being, Barikano Kushika by Edgar Lungu. So, Chawama Edgar Lungu wake Karena but more power. So let's be active and know all the plans, especially I will appeal also to our leaders. Let them buy phones for groups so that information can flow well than abantu tabakwe tama phone mumishe, especially in rural areas. Let the leadership Pamoza Tonse Alliance buy smartphones and distribute in every district so that the flow of information can be fast and quick. I rest my case, Mr. Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Let's take I think I've got people waiting for the calls. Where is the caller? Okay. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution. Okay.
Nashaka kulanda kofi ku bari iriya sheditwa ngo devices n'abashita ban kendo ukushita ban kuma independent card like bari abantu bari for kumina febeka na waterukwana beshinga ngo devices barasenda bene Zambia kwati ndo kwati chakwangashana kwati I don't know ngishiwe finiva ningatisenda but reto trapalwesu if only Lubuto li right kuriba mundu bire, it's not a candle. So we should not be tatufule twasakamana okusakamana ninja n'okuyishuba atya ifo eri right so kola nebeshinka mwabafyashiba mwambade mugwati obubuteeko bwa UPND ninji bati every in charge nabusenda Zambia kwati ndupwa kyakwangasha nangola kati limbina abene Zambia limugwati tatwa kwa tamano chikwa tebutungurushu takwaba vantu vamusango shani hapo imtekere mwandi yatshupa sana aba bantu nga bachibaleka abene bayimina ma independent nomba inefyo nde munapumwa afya shinde mwana kwati ini system vale fwaya nga bafira okuchuzinga simbo vale fo bakapere simbo ya bakainde chino mwamona so apa vale fwa tifwe bantu tusakamane tukwate uli omwenso tumona kwalimba ati baitinya ba mundu bit apata bali target ba mundu birawo echo bali fo abali fo ma independent bonse bali ama members bali bonse bakajoine banani batata na bali fo kajoine ba president akainde chima esimbo bali fo bakasemba nombo kuteka kwa fumante kotata kulo indemo inecho ndamo na vikoti ba president besba bakainde chima na bafiro kuteka zama Zambian ishinga turelana chibongati mumone parliament ipo batambira kuteka be parliament chai cyo kwati chibanza fe mwamwale kala kwati ngamamona intungurushari ko ngatora ngatuite kuli ba speaker even if you valesta I don't know chai kwa chibanza kwati bana abanono eno bafuti ngamamona futi kuma ICZ abantu bali content kuli ba ICZ nabe nafye they are just choosing whatever even if it pyonze pya kushitavye ba lisala fye rutebale tunwa no kutontonganya manje.
Thank you, my brother.
Apa ngatwashita Zambia kuntanjo kundo kutula tulea tukaisanga mu bwafi apa mazambia mitusala puki ubuteko ukututeka nabo firwa ichinga chabana ufirwa pesana mwafyaje there's no way imitekere bangabo kuti bali nabarufyanya fya kashimande vine mangarana nefya kona nshikwetu mwafyaje natotera.
Thank you very much. Let's take your calls so that when we... Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
I remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
My contribution is as follows. I'll talk about the day that Tata wa Edgar Lungu walingira okubashika South Africa. Washkofu during his homily bali peri prophecy okutira mukaba mwena kufitwalo and indeed that mwena kwena efile chitika both PF and UPND there is a cleansing process efile chitika pamkwai so ndero mbako kuri bagali nkombo let him come and join the fray. It's time to join the fray. Zambia shall remember you and come and be part of the history in the making. So that Zambia remembers you as a good person. Even other people, other opposition political parties, it's time. It's time we join the fray. Abena Harikaraba, KBF, I'm appealing to you. Let us join where the light is. Yeah. Let us become a bigger person like Makebi Zulu did. Zambia shall remember you. This is a very different election. And to my Zambians, my fellow Zambians out there, I'm appealing to you. Guys, let us pray. We should pray so hard. Kupepa sana edshiri kufyapa. And by opposition, pray also. Pray, and be vigilant and more proactive at my elections. Na Papa Tasa Amwamba, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. please go and have your say. Go and have your say. That's a video from Mazabuka when the police were firing tear gases. I understand some people were refusing that there were no tear gases. There is a video that has emerged from Mazabuka. You can see the police discharging against supporters of Gary Nkombo. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution. Anonymous Landenipo.
Na tasha chine chini. Inde pashako ichalo chonse na Zambians once outside all over the world. Bamwamba achoningalanda kofenishta. The country has been divided badly by these selfish leaders we have in UPND. Okay? Now, the best thing we can do right now, it's not even to put so much energy and concentrate to their foolishness of what's happening. I'm sorry for the bad word, but one thing I can say is, background, am I independent? Bekatane, na BMY, na MZ. It is never too late to do the right thing. If it is very unacceptable. Some years back, I learned that even Jesus had the limits. It's not okay. We are not going to continue letting the country go down like this. We have been taken for granted for so long. Wa independent vekatane na ababiri obo tukwete ko mamundubile na makebi vekatane. It is never too late to do the right thing. This scourge flesh tiko I am a virus mambo kumalawa mama. This is a tip of an iceberg, that I can tell you. Ukutuleyo ko the next 2 months apart, things, you mark my words, will be worse than it is right now. What is happening, it's not just okay. We have seen this violence where, you see the videos, you can't tell what this is Zambia we really cried for. The basis line kutila fe twika tanepa ground once kwamba my independence na wanesa ababiri abakuntanshi twikatane ichivarenga tibambe kula pushing so much Gary Nkombo to the edge na beshibati Gary kulyanga apisha bamulanga fe kutila. This is green light southern province na bale lusa in a lot of pockets, so that I can assure you, but it is never too late to do the right thing. Twikatane pa ground wa independent na mpapa, we only have one Zambia.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and your contribution.
Hello, Mabombeni, nameless from a no man's land.
Nameless, make your contribution.
Thank you so much. Well, Bamwamba, it's so overwhelming, really. But I do agree with most of the people who have just contributed to this situation. It's really sad, and it's quite worrying to everybody. Yeah, but the only thing I can say, Bamwamba, I think you have to change the strategy. What I mean by saying this is Chimbala na chambu kocha abantu aba. So number, they are trying anything to frustrate the opposition, more especially, the people that we are supporting. Yeah, I don't want to mention names, very well. They are trying to frustrate them so much so that they could maybe cause the havoc and then they will cancel them out. I hope Mwambecho Tulanda, I know you hear from so many people and you've got only 2 years. I hope mulatumfu efyo Tulanda bamwamba kushe mulatumfu munja sikofi pano mulatumfu efyo Tulanda.
Emkwai mayo tulomfa fyonse.
Nga mulatumfu efyo Tulanda bamwamba if we are just ordinary people, please. Abantu ababafuire bachinje strategy bekatani sana apechi lipofe echikalamba bamwamba Mungu mfwe sana which ta protect ama vote echilipofe echikalamba which ta propantu ama Zambians n'abachinja which is very true. And one thing that we have to keep in mind, we are not dealing with the people from the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, even some of us were born in 1960. They know exactly what they want. You know, African countries now are so much civilized. So, fiance for village, abantu na vejo. No bechi lipo fechi kalamba pa. Ukulinga na fena abantu bonse for valelanda. Kuchita protect vote. Ukuvota kwena tukavota. Lelo, batakuri wakuchita protect vote. Tatu wakayasa ende aliyama vote. Ramwamba, some of us, even if we live out of Zambia, we do mobilize to Alikwatawa, Chibulu, everywhere. My vote, which I'm not going to cast, it will be casted by someone else there on my behalf.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I've got this call. Let me pick this call. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you, Mr. Mwamba. Good evening, everybody, and good evening, viewers.
Good evening. Who's calling?
I'm calling you from. My name is Olivia Perry, an aspiring independent candidate.
Thank you.
Calling from.
Yes.
First, I've woken up from a shock, Mr. Mwamba, because when I was going to file in as an independent, it's so shocking that ECZ are really making it very difficult to run this election in this country. And it's so shocking and it's so disappointing. First, previously, as an independent, you go with your symbol. You choose a symbol because you'll be able to interpret it, I think, to the message that you want to give to the ground. When I got there, I was told, no, we have these symbols that we've put, pick from here. And you know, when you look at number symbols Bamwamba that were put there, a bed, you would wonder what was motivating people. How can a candidate carry a bed as a symbol? And how do I translate it to the people? There were things like a guitar. There were things like this that do not actually really carry to development. Then too, there was that candle. It's themselves that put it there, that candle. Now, today, we are surprised as candidates. They want to remove a candle when I've already printed brochures, I've printed T-shirts, I've printed campaign materials. Is ECZ going to compensate us as candidates that are using those symbols that they've removed? That's a question. So to me, really, it's a consent. Bamayoba Zaromis cannot be running that institution like they are running a kitchen or they are running maybe their private businesses. This is an institution which is actually governed by a constitution. And anything that they do they consult people? Who have they consulted? The stories we are hearing is because of Gary using that candle. So all of us as other independent candidates that are using that symbol, we should suffer because of an individual they are fighting Mukokwine. To me, really, it is very unfair. And what the question I have for ECZ, are they going to compensate us as candidates who are using those symbols, which themselves brought to the public, gave it to us as candidates as what they selected? Now, we have gone ahead and printed materials. For us to start changing, are they going to compensate us? It is really worrying. ECZ has held elections in this country from the time of independence, Bamwamba. We've never seen this confusion. Why is this election difficult? Why is this election complicated? And why is ECZ running an election? We saw how they postponed the filing in because another political party was not ready of adoptions and all that. That's not constitutional, Mama. To me, my concern is, will they compensate us who are already using that candle? And we've already printed our material. So they change. How are they going to compensate us across the country? Because that's a concern of all the candidates that are using that symbol. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Oliver Piri, where are you standing?
Chadiza East constituency in Eastern Province.
Chadiza East, that's a candidate for Chadiza East, and she's an independent, and she has aired her views and her concerns. And I saw the same issue with the Simon Mwila, who's a candidate for Lusaka Mayor in Lusaka, and he says he has printed material already. Who will compensate him? Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening once more. It's MK calling back.
MK, just hold on. I've got another caller who's been waiting for some time. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Evening, Ambassador. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm James. Ambassador, you know, the Bible says light and darkness cannot mix. So, you know, when we start hearing these people trying to burn symbols of light, candle, they are trying to quench the light. So we should be very strong on this one. We should be very strong on this one. It's darkness. They are darkness and they don't want any light at the end of the tunnel for the people of Zambia. So anything that brings light, they are against. Darkness is against it. So that's what I can say on that one. But my concern, Ambassador, is the continuous attack of PF by UPND, despite what they've done to our party. Look at from day one, UPND has been blaming PF for almost everything, even for their failures. You know, we saw His Excellency the President the other day when they were signing those instruments. I don't know what you call those things. He started saying PF borrowed recklessly. Really, sure, is the President being sincere? PF borrowed for projects. Airports are there, roads are there, schools are there. The teachers are employing. They are working in the schools which were built out of the money which was borrowed. Can you call that one as reckless borrowing? Look at them. Since they came, they've borrowed 4 billion. Ask them what they've done with that money. There is nothing they can point at to say this is what we did with this borrowed money. They are borrowing for consumption. In fact, they are the ones who are borrowing recklessly. So coming to this issue of calling us PF as corrupt people, I think those are just their failures. You know, UPND, since they came into power, they've invested so much in the talking industry, explaining nothing to the people of Zambia except their bitterness and hatred against the PF. Look at the violence, like, you know, the violences that we are seeing in the country. They still have the audacity to blame PF. Really? Are these people human beings? You know, I don't think these people, they look at human life with the eyes of a human being, and they see opposite things. You know, when you look at everything that UPND has been doing, it is meticulously planned, you know, to blame just PF, despite PF not being in power. UPND from day one has been behaving as the opposition, and the opposition has been behaving like, you know, the ruling. You know, you can see what was happening in that parliament. Really, you know, someone is trying to bring forward a point of national interest is curtailed by the speaker before, you know, even the minister responsible. There's one thing that hated me when Bino was asking about the borrowing by government, when he said, is it motivated by commission? The speaker stopped Bino from asking that question, and he made him to apologize. Usually, these are some of the things. But I tell you, Ambassador, this election of 2026, people are going to vote based on their emotions and their feelings. You know, sometimes it's not good. It's like UPND is inflicting pain on the general public. They think we don't think. You see, all they want is to put their schemes into us. They want us to believe the wrong things, which is very unfortunate. But my word of advice to all Zambians across this country, let's go on the voting day and vote for the right thing that we know that will remove the wrong thing, the wrong perceptions, the manipulations, all these things that are, you know, you can't rule a country by manipulation or by hatred, vindictiveness. Everything, when you hear every UPND official, when they're talking, you see the intensity of hatred against, you know, people. And they hate, you know, this so-called PF, like, I don't know. They failed to deliver on programs because of hating someone or hating a party that is not anywhere in power. So I think the best advice I can give to our people on the ground, come 13th August, let's go and vote. Let's go and vote based on our feelings and the things that we are going through, the things that this country is taking us through. We are people of free will. We understand things. You see, like when they talk about free education, ambassador, sorry, I'm taking too much time. When they talk about free education, what is free about this education? When my son got to Form 1, I remember we spent over 5,000 kwacha on uniforms and other requirements. What is free about this education? This CDF government, I think they are not serious. Of course, we know the money that is coming through CDF is equally shared amongst their systems. But let's go and vote. Enough is enough. We cannot tolerate all these things to continue happening in our country. Let's go to vote. That's my word, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. I've got MK waiting. Hello, MK. Please tell us your name and make your contribution.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you. I was prompted to go in again after the independent from, is this Chama?
Chadiza.
Or somewhere?
Chadiza.
Yeah, and I'm just reading also on Irari Mwetwa's page the same sentiments that she has posted. Actually, Irari Mwetwa is saying the decision will actually cause or create a constitutional crisis, because you cannot
approve
give the people the symbol yourself and later on change after they have invested so much, because it's so much that these independent candidates have done so far. And imagine their independence, they are not getting any sponsorship from an organization or a party. So I think it's too much for the UPND. I'm sure it's too much for them to handle. They have seen the pressure. And it's too much for them to be taking the people for granted for so long. You know, the UPND have always, I think that's the article that I've sent you to say, testing the waters. They've always tested, you know. They've always put something, they see the reaction. I'm sure by tomorrow you will see another press release, you know, because they have seen that they are now in the wrong. We hope by tomorrow they will rescind their decision of banning the Kendo symbol. Otherwise, we urge every independent candidate to refuse this ban. Let's support them and let's stand with them. Lastly, I want to touch on the Tonse Alliance. I don't know who you can talk to, but we need the media for Tonse to wake up. Let them wake up, let them stand. It's sluggish, so to speak. I don't even know the media team for the Tonse Alliance. So they need to do better. The ground is okay. Let them not be complacent to say they've already won. The battle is still there, but let them do the work. Thank you, Ambassador. I just wanted to add on that candidate who had called in. Thank you.
Olivia Piri, yes, from Chadiza. Another independent candidate, Bernadette Decker, has even complained that she's receiving harassment. Even her bank accounts have been frozen. Well, she's been a good citizen all along. All of a sudden, her bank account is frozen. Extremely shocking. And let me look for where Bernadette was speaking. Bernadette Decker has gone for Chongwe, I think Chongwe West. And they're already harassing her. She also carries a candidature over a candle that she had chosen that ECZ gave her as an opportunity. So she picked that symbol from ECZ. And now ECZ is asking her to drop the symbol. Let's hear her say in this interview where she had given earlier, where even her bank accounts have been frozen.
It is that they're asking for, you know.
But now that you've joined politics,
suddenly you know,
yeah,
your account is frozen.
Is that happening to you?
This happened to me. This just happened to me last week, and I was there trying to, you know, to refuel my car in the evening in my ward where I live because, well, I have been privileged to be raised in my constituency in Kasisi area and also raise my own God-given family together with my husband in our constituency in the different ward, which is Palavana ward. And fortunately, it was at the filling station or gas station that knows me or knows my family. And I was about to, you know, refuel, they refuel, but I was about to pay.
Then you discover that it's not
going through. I tried trying to send now, you know, with internet banking, trying to send money to my mobile account, maybe from there, and then send it to, just like that. And it took time, it took long. I drove backwards into Bauleni. I live in the State Lodge area side. I drove back into Bauleni and went to take out the money. I'm like, this thing is not working. You see, we always talk about technology, and sometimes it's not coming through. Taking out the money, and then on the slip said account frozen. Yeah, something like that.
Have you rectified it though?
Well, it's underway.
It's underway. So these are some of the challenges.
And
begin to face.
Transparency International Zambia 2 days ago reached out to me, informing me, I'm saying it publicly, informing me, or reaching out to me rather, saying that they have heard that I'm in this predicament of having a frozen account. And this is happening to quite a number of independents.
Independent candidates.
Well, that's Transparency International Zambia in a message which is in my phone right now. So I cannot confirm that, but I know that it has happened to me only now.
It has never happened to you?
No, it has never happened to me. It hasn't. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a coincidence anyway. You know, sometimes
I wish I could say it was a coincidence until I received a message which is there from Transparency International Zambia.
That
they should confirm.
This
is, I'm talking about an organization, a credible organization that is in this country. So, and this is a public interview. Therefore, they can say, oh, indeed we reached out to Madam Decker or not. You know, I am using Decker because it's the one on the ballot. Yes. You know, we reached out to Mrs. Zulu, did we or not? You know, and say this, and this is not a conversational, verbal conversational call.
There you are, Bernadette is using the candidate of the light. She's also been told to withdraw that, and the ECZ has called for a meeting tomorrow where all these candidates are being told to withdraw their symbols of light. Give them the sun, give them the moon, give them something that shines, that shows light. Let's try to beat them. And like many candidates are complaining, is that they've already printed material. So what do you do with that material? Because the advice came from ECZ. ECZ accepted the nominations with that symbol. How can they now turn around and urge candidates to remove that symbol? Come on, come on. The violence, everything that ECZ is doing. Look at what is happening in Kabwe. I'm looking for the video by the former mayor of Kabwe has issued a statement. He's also expressing concern about the violence. Thank you very much, and I think we should be closing the broadcast. Thank you for staying with us and for following up the issues. This government is very determined that they should have an election that should guarantee President Hichilema a second term, but that's not the will of the people. They should allow the free exercise of our people to exercise their own free will. Do not disturb them. But with the abuse of the police, we are seeing this in high gear.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you. Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
I'm anonymous in Kaputa.
Mkwai Kaputa. Make your contribution.
I'm concerned to Naposha Bonsera from Lavasa. Nokoko Selisha Bonse, Kumlela, and the Fiance Fisu Mafikulu Fikankala. Number Tantikefi Tuntu to Natlafa Yokulandapo. Ichantanshi. Nachkwata okulanda kuma independence. Kansha abantu bonse na ma independence abeni baisa. Vamayo kwa Kaputa uku, sorry 3 milo fita kwa Kaputa. Uku kuchadiza ba Olivia. Na baba ambi baisa pati ba dede.
Wa Bernadette Decker.
Ba Bernadette Decker ngamle mfoko muri umfu ikishenyi. Ime mwema independence. Tabale ni fuaya. Mube fekera futabeshile mishita. Pantukuli abalanga twali bashita. Basumina ba independent ba chelo baba fulukusha imani baba mayo babiri tabami fuluku ishepo mu banso kumipepeka na nguku michita shanshani baya ikata kwa account mufidwe icho balefwaya pantu kuti ngama kwatolu pia ba independent mwala running a campaign yenu effectively against them pantu kale ba president hakainde bala ndati bill 7 ngata yapitire pamla bill 7 yali ipita tukawina mwe bantu bakwalesa ukumunafe bill 7 yapita mwayamba okulanda ati mukawina namba bill 7 yona ikwatamo amashuri ayalesuminisha ukutila uba bantu bambinga bakita withdraw kwashala umo nishu yo ine chapa takwabya by elections nomba moneni uko kiembe bakansune balipita ba mwimbu na abapita and nabambi bapitire pon banani
15 they are total 15
yana abapita imwe bonse mwe baleisa apa muri basambirila nina mwingala ndati uyu doctor, he's a medical doctor or he's a chinshi doctor ushaile ku university uko kumubere ngefi book ifi kulu elo albere ngemyaka yonse elo besi bamwe bati ni doctor ichachine na pasa alichita 3 theory practical alitumbula abantu nefi elo apasa but ba politician bako parliament batira kuya through elections, general elections. Nga chasha amakoba na by elections. Namba yo formula taile wamba Mzambia lelo. Kuli kwebati mlandu wa bill 7 ba president haka indi abe ni bata shishe. Pamlandu wa bill 7 nga te bill 7 ya pitire nga twali fi bill 7 na ipita tukawina. Imwe ama MPs aya block ba tested by the constituents. Ubu MP kuli tukuchonge bala isa ulande na ifwe usha watulaya ulefwe ubepyo bufi as big as bula kwinde ba bipire ba president hakainde on those campaign placards ubepe bula bwino bufi but 5 years time utukesa ishbe chishinga pampela yanshita so bena abo 15 candidates they are not tested in any fire in any exam tabaki understand langu chimo icho wakulanda as an approval kubantu abamu constituency umubali nga efo chala besho epakulombana sana rather nachipakale nga bapita ababantu kwena inende ikusha kumwe bayishibalo chikesa abashani pantu why wouldn't we have ama elections ya abantu batatu babiri ba 4 or 5 but dionse kusta demobilize functioning capacity ya kwa nani ya kwa independent lintu imyaka n'imyaka ama elections mu Zambia na muyunipi mwe bantu bakwaliza teo president akaindira muyunipi kwali ama independent candidates and remember UNIP yali in one party state if we had to take it as Zambia but kwali baba shali ba adopted by UNIP itself the setting via at nilebo independent bashika mu parliament bafika niba independent candidate takwala leva ukubapela ama conditions ayakosa if baleko nkagari nkombo kwati umuntu wabo bale muchuchunga nyakati isoku ile kefi tefyo imwe umfwe ndibana mayo nami umfwe imwe babili ikatisheni kuiso wako mishita triconfort kuma constituencies when you have stepped back 1 2 ichalo pechonse konse ili ashidia regalia for Tonse and Pelampi nachikosa sana ukwebati kano tukwate ligaja nomba taideisa amali ashiyacho ligala yashire ishila na yafula government ileti ya tatufishi besho kuna kutwa mfafimbi inendelo mbakufokutila konsipo kuli umina Zambia unso walembesho kuvote mwewe mfakuli program ilo mfuikana kwa kaputa ka ifo kuno kwa kaputa tulanda fechibemba pakuti wose tule umfwa bonse imwe mwisaka mno kuvota pakuvota tikano mukafuale sorry ayama days ya campaign kano mukafuale ligaja t-shirt nechikwembe chabe fofine ama t-shirt nefikwembe bali military mikuneniko na muyo nipi bale bipera na mwemwe md na mu PF na muno mwine mu chinshituli mukantu konsaka UPND balele itabala leta no baline bati ife basha bala yokuchita muleba ati mushika apa kwikala bwino nabana besikulu kusambira nechipatale chisumade misebwe isuma namensha yasuma na kuti tukwate na malaiti mushita nechitenge mushita na t-shirt bamunyinane banyine fwe bashibantu na lomba ko de milomba na sheni mitima ngaba kusalira pela mpiba emba Makebi Zulu na ba Brian Mundubire ifitenge ngatafishile don't worry if ifitenga fike ngila na after my elections not to win elo tukese ififuala kwa inauguration just sit even that way nifebe na tukafuala nangu muntu achingilile shani ifitenga fike ngila ngafya ngila before nsiku sha kuvota tashila inashi pitakale kuruto bale peka nyoba buteko kube inauguration bala pene kufole shanya kashi mwisaka mnanga tabamilete lefitenge elo na imwe bene ba campaign ba independent ilibala ikata kumpia shenu nokula mipuka puma balefo ya munenuke ba UPND abene tabakwete ligala ya 2006 balefo yokuteka sana mu 2006 but they are not beautifying it anyhow no ways impia chabwa bene katwishi but bakosele ukutolu buli yoso olubuli lwakuchicha wama ubushikuba file ba Edgar Lungu bena bakanyata kwa memorial service bayateka campaign kabo ku meeting kabo kula kwine bashire bali lolu buli ero abana besu bati bakonke ku cash bali batwala mu chofi kuti baye bakati babachita ambush. We thank God for the residents of Chawama. So kuibo kunenu kila pamulandu wakutira tikwali kitikana chida na kuchitikana echi at all cost abana beshi bati nabalusa bale womfyane bali mu chibemba chakutira tulefidira mu nsenga ulya youth chairman wabonga ni whoever at this one iso Gilbert alilanda bali muchita interview ku KBN TV kuti mwachita dig ama videos yakwe pali bale muchita interview ba IP ati Aisha Asukafi ikuwa spefu wako bati mweneni ifwete tusumishe independent candidate pantu ni UPND amleta pa mwela like ya mchita market ukutia ishibwe ima mwewe na Zambia lolesheni gari nkombo untu wasambira na kale ili achite John gemwe UPND nisho ababambi bali fyoko bali ukutali but still ila chakana bamuchite adopt bantu nakwata desire to save the nation ati nayambe independent bena bali swaniso in his level tabala bapona ba MP1s bala social gari nkombo ndifwe buto amuletere palwalala na UPND so because of that tetusuminishe tukamulefa tukachita nokubika pweshi widimbi ili akulanda ukutila ati UPND tetiteka fe myaka 5 chipwe mwebena Zambia wake up uteke myaka 5 and beyond it's not a must ngatuchinja tetwakulapembera ati mukapange filuko 20 years no tubena Kristo Bible yali tulayo kwebati wachishinga pati unono na pafingi fine so pamiaka 5 ba UPND ngatabakwete pwefi yawo ngeweke shapo tabakula pwe misewe ipwile tabakula pwe fiku wefi akutitumonya ati hapa napa bale inika na mashina bala inika ya bantu bambi we don't want that aputa twabapeleka kato tule mfa kuna news ya kuchalo chimbi ku UK na mayo prime minister abo mafenchi ku 45 aba nankwe aba mu party line ngefine fili ba president hakainde ichi ku 45 mu presidency ba chite chiru wechikulu ba UPND bose abatawo Mr President leken your excellency leken mano yabasungu ifo fwe bafita president ngale chite chiru kwefingi elo tumufimbirisha na tweshe ko purging na tweshe ko cleansing ukulalo lishako pabu bibwesu nokula pila firu bofyesu kuti chachinjako bantu ba going back to aba independence ngaba mishita mwe independence tatwakakwati abakulandila abana besu abamano bantu komuleleka kwalashala ba unopposed tabakwete mano tapalifo basambira tabali tried tabali tested tabali checked ukuthi bemini balande echishinka so ikatisheni erono you know let in at 5 years fail to take it awe twalichulile 20 years the fact that they were 20 years in opposition is not a warrant that they should go another 20 years in power if they're not doing that which will justify us to be voting them back into office emkwai elo ichintu chimbi ngachachine noti ngachachine tulepita pelampi nomba ilili nekuli kupembela kakena akashitaka nono mwe bantu bakwalesa ichichetekelo mufino kukwata ichile chakwe bati ni parades ya papene it could be that mwalafa yokuwekela kunuma ukuyaja fidefia kwa farao emyaka 5 na ipoka bulama light ukwafya ukubelengesha abana munganda kuma day schools na kuma boarding schools we don't know bwino ukwafya ukuchitefi ntu wangu bantu ama light yalaya ukuchitefi ndionse kuba mu pressure ama light yalaya yaisa 02 elo lefu ayole washa elo lefu ayipike Wisha life twaikele bakaunda bali tuletere bwino sana mu civilization na Zesco ya lebo mbabwino where they were even telling us Zesco ama lighting about that disconnect umulando wa servicing of a pole or transformer or anything nishiba information service bapita mu township kuba kutuba kuti ama light tukashinga mukashimisha chali mwe filimba na wa TV ama black and white by the way munga ba TV mukashinga ba stove mukama light twashinga fionse tafiona ike nomba ya malaiti baleta ifipefile onaike nchitayonze takuno kwa kutwala omulando then by independent candidate icho mula chita print ifya kufuala liganda na mchita print kale elu abantu bamyebi ati tukachinje first and foremost sign or symbol ya presidential or no let's just say general election candidate or everywhere even designed no mwine uchitre understand vision yakwe so tetikula myefika ba mayo ba zalomesi baye niye bachibule nyapa ife mule bula pofya ma altars out mwishive pardon me for that baye kupera simbo yo tawishive isimbo yo bedimbe we mwine mwinalesa mukuberenga ko bechipingo na ukatapwa understanding we mwine wali kana nenganda yo benabana bo bena musta agree over something umwana alanda mayo sendeni impoto no mwiko mubike mo mulelanda ati mwana shenda na atashanyi no kunaya ine pano ndena aseni muje mwalaishima mbense mwebeni you have a reason for choosing that but each kalamba balefu amuno mususuke ati upengo wachiramo nalichita print filende turakwisa go and tell the woman called bamayo Zalumis ati mayo neni akayafumako mwali bapo ba chairman wachimwe chilongani no takwali uko abale imwe mwako ata rights by the constitution of Zambia ukula tuchinjisha ama symbols for my independent candidates ichi chena chilelangisha kati tulefilira munsenga that's by UPND because 5 years beyond 5 years tabaye potabale imona so balinga uli omwana kashi wa Bible chilalelale umunangu ati mwana wandi umunangu ati no wandi ushiri mwene king ati leteni umwana tutete pakati umwine wa mwana aikatwa n'omutima wa bufyashi akana ati mupeni umwana omutuntunu enfumu yaishwa psychology ya mfumu ayiti no umwine wa mwana ni oyo. Even here whereby UPND baikala okufunga bintu okusakawira it's because they know tapalifu yabo beyond 12 August 2026 bwebantu bakola lesa tapalifu yabo takuli tabakapita emitima yabipisha baishile nepinde eri bifimbo poke honestly bakuteka pabufumu wayamba okweba abantu bobe uko nafumaine kwali b'enfumu bakuba enthroned ku ila ilumba eshina so iyo enfumu yayishiteka yayilumbira ati nine mufimba n'abantu meaning wrapped up in people abantu baine ine bantu without these subjects tetimbe omuntu without aba abantu ama-citizen ama-villagers tetimbe enfumu so nomba bena bateka ba-president hakainde kwata womfuyile oko ama-supporters yawe yaletuka ekyalo kyonse fimbo poke Kavieni muri 5 years mwala fimba mwala yapoka. He who digs a pit will fall into it. He who rolls a stone it will roll back on him. Tatwa kwata Zambia ibiri na that God will never ever create earth na imbi. Nino ine Zambia. So if ba UPND mwayambo kupuma abantu kwelo mule panga picture ati propaganda fitulandi bonbwangu. No. Lekeni fe namrusa. Na totela mkaiba mwafu.
Oh, sorry. Hello, caller. I think this should be our last caller.
Hello, are you back? People are worried that you went offline.
I didn't realize. I think it must have gone off.
Yeah, people are worried. They said I should call.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm within here.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was in the message, so it is there. Meaning that other people are going through what I'm going through.
Yes, hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution as we close. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give your contribution. Yes, caller. Hello? Yes.
So you're not, no one is hearing you.
No, thank you very much. I have been alerted. I think there was a line that was off somewhere.
Okay, that's
in the independent brackets.
And these are some of the challenges that maybe that stop people also from engaging in politics.
Absolutely. When I suddenly, your account is frozen.
Is that happening to you?
This happened to me. This just happened to me last week, and I was there trying to refuel my car in the evening in my ward where I live because, I have been privileged to be raised in my constituency in Kasisi area and also raise my own God-given family together with my husband in our constituency in the different ward, which is Palavana ward. And
thank you very much. Let's call it a quit. We'll have another broadcast tomorrow. God bless you and God bless our country.
I want to explain to you. I just want to explain to you what it is. Give me a chance. Let me explain to you. Okay. We are not fighting. We are after peace. Yes. Most of you people, you are relatives. So, yes. Most of you people are relatives. You wouldn't want any bad thing to happen to you. So that's why I'm explaining now. Let me. Who else can come? How long is yourself? Let me explain.
Camera, make sure. Camera, make sure.
We want change. We want change. We want a change.
The sound magician. Wi-Fi on the beat, boy.
mukesa tupangira kwemisebo wali mipele nevoti ati mukesa tupangira kwemisebo nimwewo mwatile mukesa tukulila nechipatala ifwe nimwewo mwatile mukesa tukulila na masukulu kuno ukutulapo twakisalila ifwe mwalitula baona lebo imisebwala yagyonaika ichipatala takwaba kuno abana besu basambilila mufimuti fya mango bana mayo mapapila mung'ande zipatala takwaba kuno imisepila kyonse mbalofwa bapepa bye bange famalelilo mufunda tawafika nembuto tashafika ukutulapo twamisalila ifwe mwalitula baona lebo nombalelo mwabwela imwe mulefwa yatumivotele tatwakupele voti ngata wabombae tatwakupele voti ngata wabombae tawalimone voti ngata wabombae tawalimone voti ngata wabombae pantuno mwaka kuyabebele twanakanemwe mwachilamo bufi kuyabebele akomulele numa kuyabebele mwachilamo bufi uno mwaka tuleva yabakutubombera nota bakwisa kuno mukuzembereka mukutwibira mano nga twabavotera abaya nangu mwatupele ndalama tulepo katatwa mivotele nidonti kubeba wapoka walya nidonti kubeba wapoka walya ababina chimwe na mwekole uko bafuma balilaba bayikutapiza balaboko bafuma bayikutapai balabati bakabwela balya chikinine na mabanu inapana kaso wala onalebo mulabeja ukutulapo twamisalila ifwe mwalitula baonalebo nombalelo mwabwela imwe mulefwa yatumivotele tatwakupele voti ngata wabombae tatwakupele voti ngata wabombae tawalimone voti ngata wabombae tawalimone voti ngata wabombae pantuno mwaka kuyabebele twanakanemwe mwachilamo bufi kuyabebele akomwelele numa kuyabebele mwachilamo bufi pantuno mwaka kuyabebele twanakanemwe mwachilamo bufi kuyabebele akomwelele numa kuyabebele mwachilamo bufi pantuno mwaka twanakanemwe
Okay.